everybody, here's some spiritual wisdom for you. We human beings, we have this thing called the soul, or the live body. The live body is very lodged into the physical body and it won't let go very easily. That's how it's supposed to be, because we are alive. If we were always kind of like traveling out of body and would just leave our body at random occasions, it wouldn't be very good for living in this world. About the spirit world. In the spirit world there are about 3 or 4 type of entities, and these don't normally show to you when you are in the normal waking consciousness state, but they might show to you in states of extreme fasting and also sickness. Sickness is one of those. And these 3 classes, or 4 classes so to say, are protectors. And the protector's reason for being there in a situation when a person is dying or in extreme fasting or in sickness is to protect the body, to not let in demons, because demons are very prone to and very attracted to sick and weak bodies. So in these types of extreme states, the reason for the protectors being there is to fend off those demons from the body. Then there are the healer spirits, and these beings are kind of like angels, yeah, and they can fly. They can come in aid in certain situations to planet Earth, but in normal states they don't show themselves. So those healers are the ones that are going to help in state of dying to get the soul out of the body with the least resistance possible. And in terms of sickness, they are going to help the body heal. And they have hands, they have human type of bodies, they heal through their hands. In a state of a dying person, a very weak person, or even a sick person, there might be sent from the heavens also an entity that reads or describes, giving a sermon to the dying weak person about the meaning of this, about where this is going to go, and to give some reassurance to the still living human being. And then there's Jesus. Jesus doesn't show up very often, but he can come down from the heavens. He can come down from the heavens, I mean in spirit, and show himself to you. For example, probably when you're dying, when in extreme fasting, even in extreme sickness. And if you believe, the forces of light will always win. Those demons will never penetrate the walls of the defense of the entities. They have shields and they fend off evil spirits to take over the body. There are things that the human being can do in his life. For example, in a case of a really hardcore drug addict, and you imagine a situation where a really hardcore drug addict has taken kind of like an overdose. His spiritual experience in that sense, if he would have one, would be that those demons would get through, because drugs, they open up holes in the defenses, so to say. They let the demons through. So it's very crucial that our body, when we are dying, when we are weak, when we are sick, is purified, is pure. Because then the demons can take a hold of that soul and drag it with them to hell or the underworld. And if you die like this, I would believe that you will never end up in purgatory. You will instead go to heaven. You will go there straight. These beings will take you there. And the funny thing is that you're very much the same as these beings. Yeah. You're very much the same as these beings are. But from my own experience, I can tell that these beings have probably never been in a body before. So they are not like dead relatives or anything like that. When a person dies, and when a person is in extreme weakness also, these protectors, they also fend off any dead relatives too, or any dead spirits, so to say, those that have some kind of connection to this individual. This is what I saw and my own experience in extreme fasting. Also about that Jesus won't show himself up for a long time. The protectors and the healers and the scribes, so to say, they will stay for a long time with the dying or the fasting or sick person. But Jesus, he only comes for a brief visit. He goes back to heaven very fast when he doesn't hang around with dying people or fasting people or that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind. Who is pray for.